Everyone's been asking about NVIDIA, and so let's do an analysis on NVIDIA. Today is Weekend Investor Mode, September 5th, 2025. And if we look at the chart on the screen, we have the daily chart of NVIDIA, meaning every single candle that you see on the screen represents one day. If we take a closer look and we zoom in right here to the recent price action, and if you track my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of using the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. And so what we have on the screen is the orange line that you see right here as the 50-day moving average, in which case you clearly see NVIDIA is trading below this orange line right here. So it recently failed the 50-day moving average. Well, let's take a little bit rewind over here and see and ask what happened previously. Well, if we go back to, let's say, August right here, around this time period, it was above the 20 MA and still trending higher. But then recently you got this big candle right here, right, which caused it to go below the 20 MA, came down, found support at 170 that you can see right here, right? It bounced off that and then reclaimed the 20 MA, but then yet again, it fails it. And then finally, right, you get a gap down right below the orange line, which is a 50 MA, and at the same time piercing below 170, and then finding and confirming resistance on the orange line. Remember, the moving average can act as support, but once that breaks, it can become resistance. And this is an example of resistance right here. And then now clearly breaking below 170 and below the 50 MA, we have a confirmation to the downside. So this is not looking too good if I was a swing trader or investor looking at this in, let's say, the intermediate term, right? Long term, that's a different story, but we're talking about active trading in the short to medium swing trading, momentum style trading, if you could say. This is not looking too good. There is downward pressure. The thing that I would need to see next for this to make a correction, a reversal, is to get back above 170 and above the 50 MA for me to see a meaningful reversal. But until then, there is risk of downside, and this can possibly trade lower, and we might even visit 160. So let's see where things go in the next 30 days, in which case we're in September. And folks, September is known to be one of the worst months in the S&P 500. So let's see how we trade moving forward.